I am Blessing Chikuneke, and this is the Osu Girl podcast. Glad to be here today. Glad to be sharing with you what is happening on the blessing side of life. Yeah. So let's get right into the video. Yeah, but before that, if you've not liked, if you've not subscribed, if you've not commented, if you've not shared my post, my videos, please do well to do so. And I really appreciate it. Thank you. Right. So this is it. Fun fact, fun fact. I know everybody thinks I'm a journalist but the fact is I've never wanted to be a journalist. There was never a time that I thought I was going to be a journalist. Scratch that. I've always loved the arts, and newscasting was second choice. I always wanted to be a banker. Why? I'll tell you why. Just say the magic word. Right? So in primary school, this is around like 2000, the middle 2000, say 2005, say 2006, right? So there's this chat with a lot of people there, like different occupation. It was an occupational chart. Like you had lawyers, teachers, doctors, right? And then there's this like man with huge stash of cash in front of him, and he's labeled dollars, pounds, all of it, like all that you could get, right? And I just looked at it and I was like, oh, I really do wonder. Oh, so you mean these people have all this money? And what was it that? A banker. So yeah, I wanted to be a banker, and yeah, I pursued it. So in JS1, I was like, okay, I get the basics of business studies. What is an office? An office is a place where clerical activities take place. Still remember that till today. And yeah, I thought I was doing quite well until you got to your balancing, right? So what is trial balance? First of all, before we get there, so I had issues with debit and credit sides. For me, okay, credit is always like you're owing somebody. How can you tell me that credit means you got something, you got money, and not like it wasn't making any sense. So that's where the confusion first started from. But I tried to get inclined to that and like just understand it. But then balancing oh my god, when it came to trial balance, I'm like, okay, I think we were struggling here, but we're gonna push through, right? This one comes and I'm like, okay, my school then did everything. Like the first secondary school I went to, like we did everything this one, so I like had fun doing everything. I still wanted to pursue my dream. I still wanted to do banking, right? So moved out of that place, moved to Ogun State, and I had to change schools. And like, okay, let me go to commercial class. And the first day in second term of this one, I wanted to move into the class, and like there was so much noise coming from that class. And I'm like, I'm a soft girl, please. I don't think I can cope with people like that, because it was a government school, and I was coming from a private school, right? So I felt like these people went uncultured. So I do not want to be part of them. So I opted for ACAD because they seem to be quiet that morning, right? So that's it. I enjoyed it for a bit, but yeah, I needed to change schools again, and I had to start SS1 afresh, right? Starting all over again. I said, okay, let me just pursue what I've always wanted to do. Let me go for the commercial class and do accounting and all of that, and just pursue my dreams. But yeah, I think I did that quite right. Like I was like one of the top people in my class, right? I was not the dull student, but I knew I struggled with math and economics and all of that, like the graphs and everything wasn't my thing. So I just knew I had a flair for art courses, like biases. So I already knew that that's what I wanted to do. But I was too shy to change classes, right? Because I was like, I start making new friends. I don't have that energy. I don't know how to like mingle with those people. I do not know how to get myself to fit into that circle. So I was like, okay, let me just stay here and finish. After I said, when it came to SS3, people were registering for JAM and all of that. My dad was like, okay, aren't you going to register? I was like, okay, no. Because I had like my own identity. I didn't think like I was going to thrive in that space, like doing accounting and all of that. So I wanted to do something because like to me, it came very easily. And when it came to government, for example, which what art and commercial student did, I was like the top. I got an award for it and all of that. So I just wanted then I was thinking political science, right? But yeah, I stayed 1 year back at home I did NECO after being self-taught, like in art class. Like I did art subject in NECO, and then I did my jam and like everything self-taught, and I passed like in one sitting. Right? How I chose mass comm, like I had a discussion with one of our uncles, not relative though, but uncle, and he was doing journalism there. And it's like, oh, you could do so many things under that, under mass communication. You could write, you could be in front of camera, doing your newscast and all of that, right? Broadcast journalism. And like, okay, it gives me a perfect place to hide, right? So I chose because I'm not that really, I was not that outspoken, right? I just chose writing would be good for me, like so print journalism. Okay, so I have it like a perfect place to like just be. So that's why I chose mass communication, right? So that's basically it. Time to write jam. I just googled the best school to study mass communication in Nigeria, and UNN came out. I'm like, okay, fine. I put it, and as God will have it, right? I did mass communication. I finished greatly. I really did love that I chose that because initially, okay, with all the whole switches, my mom was like, okay, won't you do English? I'm like, I, I just had like a different thing that I wanted to do. So yeah, and I'm glad that they gave me that space to do what I love, and I really do enjoy it. So this is where I'm going to stop for now. So I'm going to tell you how the whole rigor of getting into school was, and like the whole school process, everything, and then graduating, and then actually practicing, right? Internships and every internships times were like very, very memorable times, like the good, the bad, the ugly, like everything all together. So this is the part one. Or if you want to see part two of this, you would have to like, share, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. Yeah, please do that, and we'll see next time. Yeah, till we meet the next time. I'm Blessing Chukwuneke, and I am your host for the Also Girl podcast. See you. Bye.